itself. The way to practice this is, we call this hira no kamae, and in a subsequent tape, we're going to break down a lot of these kamaes, or these basic stances or postures or attitudes, if you will. But from hira no kamae, you want to just take this side of your body, using your spine kind of as the center of gravity here, the center of the movement. Pull this out of the way. Pull that back right out. And you notice this front leg didn't even move. You'll find that you'll want to go like this. And I found that's too slow against somebody that's very fast with a sword or a baseball bat or whatever is coming down at your head. So you want to concentrate on moving nothing except the piece that needs to be moved. It's almost like someone was grabbing your hand here, pulling it out of the way. Okay, let's do it. Let's do one from this angle, Mick, so you can see what I'm doing, and we'll turn it around this way. Watch our lamp here and our tree. That's the movement that you want to concentrate on. Okay. Okay. This is kind of a fun part here. Ninja are known for their leaping and jumping, and a little bit later we'll be doing some more leaping, but just to kind of get into that subject here, this final one from the Taihen Jutsu section, we're going to introduce the ninja leaping methods. Our principles of leaping are, in this particular case, is you lift your legs up out of the way, but try to leave the rest of your body where it is. Don't jump with your shoulders, jump with your legs. So the movement is going to look something like this. Okay, you notice I'm not jumping up like that. I'm doing, this part is going to stay still, and the movement is from the legs. So if Mickey's attacking my legs, one more time. Okay, you can see that my upper body doesn't move that much. Upper body doesn't move that much. And the legs come up kind of almost like if you were stretching. Here's a good stretch for this. Legs come straight up like this. Kind of feet together, knees out. And that's that. And it's aerobically a little bit challenging, as you can hear from my voice. But it's good training, good, honest training. You should do it outside and do it often. As I said, we also have Ken Lux here working with us today. And this last section of the video, we're going to be talking about the subject of Tai Sabaki. Basically, for lack of a better way to explain it, just how to walk or move in a fight. And we do about 5 different kinds of walking and moving and stepping types of things. And some of it will look a little out of context, and you'll see it for the first time and say, gosh, you know, what would you use that for? And so just bear with us and recognize that to us, this is really the foundation of our martial art, Budo Taijutsu. Because if you've seen of any of these martial arts videos, you've recognized, maybe from your martial art or some other martial arts that you have seen, that many of our techniques are similar. Punches that work, work. Wrist twists that work, work. Throws that work, work. Regardless of the martial art, things that work physiologically in another human being, regardless of the martial art, work. Things that work, work. The thing that you may find that is a little bit unique to our martial art is our Tai Sabaki, and the way we move and the way we enter in and get out of and apply movements in the martial art and techniques in the martial arts, not necessarily the fundamental technical pieces, but how we actually approach it and how we move, the taijutsu, the body movement. And this is the thing that we're going to be talking about in this section of the video. How we, as ninja, move our bodies. What's our unique perspective on how we move our bodies in a fight? not necessarily the technique, but how we use our bodies and walk and move and step when we're applying these techniques. And so bear with us and just work with us as we talk about how we walk and move in a fight. The first thing that we work on when we're learning Tai Sabaki or Ninpo Taijutsu's body movement is a simple entering, moving forward. How do you move forward within a fight? And I'm going to ask Ken just to move forward just with his right leg and right hand at the same time. You can just see he's moving his right leg and his right arm and his right leg and his right arm, left leg and the left arm together at the same time. It's a little different, isn't it, than regular walking, where you kind of have left foot forward, right foot forward, right foot forward, left foot forward. But in this case, we're training ourselves to be able to move a whole side of the body at the same time. Okay, so the practice may be as simple as, it looks kind of funny, but it's really an important type of a thing. Now, if Ken is punching me here, you can see that I wanted to move my left hand and my left leg at the same time. It's a little bit different than I would walk, right? If I was walking, I would go like that, which doesn't work quite as well in this particular case. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's a fine movement. It's a very natural human movement. But in Ninpo Taijutsu, we also have this ability to move the left hand with the left leg, the right hand with the right leg. So that's one of the exercises that you want to be able to practice. The other side's the same way. No, you just throw the right punch. Cool. And you can see, let's turn that around, that I enter right hand with the right leg. And then I can do whatever technique that I'm using. Oops, okay. Whatever technique that I'm using to take the person down. And you'll find that maybe in the beginning it's a little bit awkward, but with some practice, you can become quite good at it. Let's do it from the side one more time. When he attacks, and there's no wind-up. You notice that I'm not kind of doing anything like that. I'm actually trying to cut out all unnecessary movement so that my movement is clear. Right hand and right leg. This can turn into a face strike, just as we are doing now. It can turn into a punch, just like that. It can turn into a movement around the person, if that's what we're trying to do. It can turn into a strike. It can be used to enter in and put on some kind of grappling or immobilization technique. But it all depends on being able to move the left hand, left leg at the same time, right leg, right hand at the same time. No telegraphing, no extra movement. And it's an entering type of a feeling. All right. Also, you want to be able to do the reverse of this, and that is kind of the, I don't want to say retreating, kind of use it as more of a vacuum, kind of drawing in motion, kind of sucking in motion from the person. Can you just do, from Shizen, just a regular Ichimoji no Kamae. You can see he's going back at a 45-degree angle, and he's giving you the form, the basic form right here. But the most important thing is to get this feeling is, you see, as he moves back, he just kind of drops his weight and moves his whole body back at the same time. Excuse me. If I'm still like this, I'm not stepping back like this, okay? I'm not stepping back like this. What happens is my whole body kind of collapses back and creates kind of a vacuum. And I'm stepping back like that. You really want to work on getting that feeling. It's important because I'm not just backing up and getting out of the way. I'm trying to create kind of a vacuum, a sucking in. So if Ken is throwing this punch, and I'm trying to get him to overextend just a little bit. Get him overextend just a little bit. Okay? And that's the point. If I just step back like this, he hasn't he's right on top of me. Okay, so I want to, okay, come on. Yeah, you can see I kind of got his balance a little bit there at the end by just sucking him in a little bit. So I'm going to demonstrate this too. Okay, back. There's the movement. Maybe move from the spine, move from the hips, move from the center, the hara. Very delicate motion. Took us a long time to get good at this, really. And it looked so simple, and it looked so simple to me when I saw it. But truly, of all of the motions that I've had to learn in the Thai Sabaki, that I've had to learn in this martial art, this has been the most challenging. Wouldn't you agree? It's really just moving into what we call Ichimonji, the most basic of our kamae, is the most difficult to make that the clearest, most effective movement. So I can't overemphasize it. And I think you'll find that practicing it, again, it's one of those things that is just a little bit more difficult and a little bit deeper than it looks. It just looks simple, but it's not. Okay. The next thing that we practice is what's called Yoko Aruki, which is a cross-stepping type of a thing. This time, when Ken throws a punch at me, can you see how I cross my legs here? What that allows me to do is to keep my back straight, and I'm crossing my legs just like that. Allows me to keep my back straight and to move inside. You can see how that works. And this takes a little bit of flexibility in the ankles, particularly in the knees, so that you can actually step across without losing your own balance. You have to be able to sink into the knees, sink with the hips, open your hips, flexible ankles, and step across like that. Okay, Ken, throw a punch one more time. And you can see, a lot of cross-stepping there. So this Yoko Aruki, or sideways walking. I recall a story that Hatsumi Sensei told me about the filming of a very famous